Hello everybody, welcome to the session by yours truly. Today's session, we're going to talk about a really old anime. We're going to be talking about Death Note. Okay, here's the deal with Death Note, right? I recently watched this, like, about 2 weeks ago, and then I thought the story was fucking well done. But, I must say, there are so many little things that piss me off to the point where it's ruining the show for me. These little shits pissed me off so much that I decided to make a fucking list on the things I fucking hate about Death Note. And a disclaimer, I think the show is pretty solid. The plot is very good. We're talking about like a score of 8 for Death Note. So it's not a terrible anime. It's definitely like worth the watch if you're like planning to like watch it. But it's not as good as people think it is, and that's the problem with it. Alright, so I'll divide this video into two, right? Like full of spoilers, where the problem is relating to what's gonna happen in the anime, and the other one is just minor things that is not gonna spoil your experience with Death Note. Alright, so first off, L's posture and movement is fucking cringe. I don't fucking get it, bro. Like, someone in the story team or whatever decided it was a fucking amazing idea to fucking make L the weirdest looking person in the whole goddamn world. He sits like a fucking monkey. He doesn't have good posture. He talks like a fucking psychopath. Like, I don't fucking get it. Why can't you just make him a normal human being? I get that he's smart and shit, but like smart and shit, and like he is an autistic retard. Like, why do you have to make L so goddamn out there just to like be fucking edgy? That's literally the fucking purpose, just to make fucking L edgy, and that pisses me off so much. L is sort of like the justice, you know, he's the right way of dealing with Kira, because we see L as the right person to cheer up for, but that becomes so hard when the man is so fucking cringeworthy and just screams early 2000s. Like, the haircut too, like, why the fuck do you have that hair? It's not like you didn't, you know, cut your hair. No, your ass went to a barber and decided that you want that haircut, you fucking weirdo. Just the whole fucking like look of L just pisses me off, because they don't need L to be this fucking weirdo. They could just have like a normal kid. Instead, they have like this weird fucking monkey looking ass dude. And it sort of ties up to the second problem. Everything is so epic, it's fucking cringe. I think that's very famous now. The potato scene where Light's fucking eating a potato with fucking epic music in the background as he, like, you know, writes people in the Death Note. But that's not the only fucking scene that's in Death Note that's like super fucking like extra. Sometimes it does work, like when there's like an actual thing that's going on, like it does become fucking amazing. The whole time the show tries to be fucking edgy that it becomes so goddamn cringy. It's like in Tokyo Ghoul. The reason why I hate Tokyo Ghoul is not because of the story being garbage. Everything tries to fit this narrative of like what a 14-year-old wants to be like looked at as. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a 14-year-old, you would want to be looked at like Light, or you want to look like L. I'm not 14 anymore, bro. I'm moving past that. What I consider is fucking a hero to me, or what I consider someone I look up to, is not someone that looks like L or does someone that looks like Light. It's just cringe. It's literally cringe. And it's not Light and L the problem here. It's everyone in the whole fucking cast. Like, everyone seems to have a fucking dildo up their ass. The fucking dad can't find the realization that his son might be the fucking, like, Kira for the longest period of time. Just fucking, like, at least considered the idea. Holy fucking shit. It's not the craziest thing in the world after the fucking supreme evidence. Matsuda's whole fucking like gimmick is to be the punching bag of the anime. And he did get his comeuppance like later on the series. Why he's so goddamn like sad Like, at first I thought he was annoying, but like by the end of it, I'm just like, dude, why are you guys bullying the guy? He's literally trying his goddamn best. I'm sorry he's not super fucking special, that he can like solve a fucking problem by a hypothesis. I feel bad for the guy. I hope he gets like a promotion or something. He doesn't deserve all this banter from these other guys, because everyone has a fucking stick up their ass. Besides one person, that's Ryuk, which is the sole purpose why it honestly isn't a fucking 7, this whole like show. Another thing, it comes back to like L and Light. They're both very OP. And not in a sense of like Kirito, who could just like slice people in one hit or whatever. They're both OP in a sense that they're both like about 18, 19-ish in college or like senior in high school. And they're good at tennis, really good at tennis for no reason whatsoever. Can do mixed martial arts. L is good at, what is it, capoeira? And Light knows how to box decently. They're both really good at their studies to the point where they go to the best university. They look so good that the fucking models, literal fucking models, wants to fuck them and will able to simp for them. Besides all that, they're fucking geniuses and like one of the smartest people in the whole goddamn world. How the fuck do you manage to be that good of a fucking human being at that age? Maybe it's the jealousy that's coming for me, but I don't know a single human being, not in a personal standpoint, but just a human being in general, to be good at sports, to be somehow really, really good at mixed martial arts, to somehow still follow his studies, to be looking so good that models will simp for them. It's just all these fucking mess. Like, why the fuck are they just like held up in this high? Like, that's literally impossible. You can't be that good at literally everything. It's fucking cringe and it's borderline fucking insane. Like, I get that you're trying to like make this character that like 14-year-olds could look up to, but goddamn, not everyone who watches anime is 14, and everyone wants to like have a good fucking story and just actually have a fucking decent character. It's just these two characters just goes to show how overpowered L is. L has already established a reputation on being one of the smartest people in the world to solve crimes. In the UN, right? In the first episode, the UN decides to like have L solve this problem. That means L's been doing this for a while. L at the time was a high school senior. So he's been doing this for at least, right, a couple of years, at least. Let's just say 2 or 3 years. So you're talking about a high school freshman that just came out of middle school is somehow smart enough to fucking solve all the world's problems and crimes? That makes sense to you? Do you think that Bronny James can fucking just hoop in the NBA now? I mean, I get it, he's talented, but is he that crazy talented that he'll dunk over Steven Adams? Not to mention Misa. Misa is fucking shit. One of the fucking most annoying anime characters of all time. She either is super edgy edgelord, who's a fucking emo girl, who's like, oh yeah, I'm cool, I want to kill random citizens who did minor crimes. Like, oh yeah, I want to sip for little Kira. No, fuck you, you're fucking annoying. And I did notice that fucking Misa changed her fucking character before getting the Death Note and after getting the Death Note. There's a fucking minor difference in character, but I find them both equally annoying. Misa is like, she's supposed to be the waifu in the anime, you know, she's supposed to be the girl who's in your body pillow. But goddamn, how do you manage to be fucking annoying and be the worst character in the whole goddamn anime, being the only girl in the whole goddamn anime? I just find Light's sister way more attractive than fucking Misa is. And that's not supposed to be the case. Light's sister gets like about 5 minutes in the whole anime of screen time, and Misa gets like about a solid hour, and I still find the fucking girl with 5 minutes a lot more attractive than Misa, because Misa is fucking garbage. Nobody likes Misa, period. Also, we didn't get to see enough Ryuk. I said it before, but Ryuk is literally the best part of the show, because Ryuk is the only person that doesn't have a stick up his ass. He's just sort of vibing. He's sort of just like, oh yeah, I can help you out if you want, but I really don't want to, because I really don't want to mess around with this world. That's literally the coolest person in the world. Like, I would hang out with him. I'll buy some brewskis, you know, talk about like whatever. Like, how is it like being a Shinigami or whatever? And the fact that we don't get to see him almost at all and didn't really have a big major impact to the plot sucks. Because like a little part of me wanted a lot from Ryuk. I thought that in the end of the anime, Ryuk was gonna like betray Light and then like just take over the world or something instead of just like vibing. I guess that makes him so good, that's why he vibes. But like, I just want to see more Ryuk. Because Ryuk is literally the best part of the show. I wanted to see more. It just didn't happen. Another minor thing, but the L symbol, when like L, just like in the TV or like, you know, broadcast, is cringe. I've seen that font literally everywhere. Because I edit videos and I was a 12-year-old and I've dimpled around Microsoft Word. Like I've seen that font literally everywhere. It's the fucking default 12-year-old, ooh, I think this is cool font. That's literally it. And it's so goddamn cringe. And that people take this as seriously. It's like I would rather have you have Arial Black in there because the font is like a mixture of it's literally everywhere and it tries to be cool. It's annoying. I'd rather have like a fucking logo or something than just a fucking letter of L. It's just it's gross. It's cringe. Because I know 12-year-olds fucking love that shit, but it's not. It's fucking cringe. It's Fortnite cringe. It's so fucking cringe. Alright, that's literally all the fucking problems I have with Death Note without the spoilers. So from here on out, it'll just be full of spoilers. L died midway of the series. What the fuck was the purpose of that? The whole reason why people want to watch Death Note is the rivalry between Light and L. The fact that they ended it in the middle of the goddamn series and then continued it with his predecessors. Why didn't you just end it with L? I feel like it would have been a lot better to just end it with L and just have this like full circle thing. And don't give me that bullshit that L sacrificed his own life to fucking solidify Light killing. That's bullshit and you know it. L died because L didn't expect the fucking Shinigami to just, you know, write down his name. Garbage. Like, I feel like you could have done more with L. Like, I feel like we could have seen a bit more of L and have him a bigger impact in the later stages of the plot. Just instead of just like killing him off and literally in the middle of the fucking season. The ending is also garbage in a sense. Because if I could boil down the ending into one word, it's literally, I know that you knew that I knew. It's fucking bullshit. Like, literally, Light's like, oh yeah, I knew you were gonna switch the Death Note. That's why I switched the Death Note. And then, like, End's whole fucking, like, thing is like, I knew that you were gonna switch the Death Note, so I rechecked to see if you did it, so I switched back the Death Note. And I'm like, bro, we have one of the best animes of all time, presumably. And that's how you fucking end the series. I knew that you knew that I knew. Come on, man. What is this, a fucking Scooby-Doo episode? Like, fuck you. Fuck you. You piece of shit. You wasted my fucking time for a fucking shitty ending. It's just a whole problem with anime. They just cannot fucking make a decent ending to save their goddamn lives. You know why? Because they can't fucking think ahead. If I would fucking, like, write it, honestly, I would probably just fucking end it with L's dead. And that's it. That would be literally the ending of the anime. I would rather have a sad, depressing ending than this ending of I knew that you knew that I knew. That's why L told me in his dead spirits. Like, it's just bullshit. It's just literally bullshit. In the last episode of the series, Misa is in the edge of a building. If Misa killed herself, it'll be the most fucking spoiled brat moments of all fucking time. You have Ishigamis surviving their whole fucking livelihood for your survival. 2 Ishigamis, dude. 2 Ishigamis. Ishigamis are fucking immortal. You managed to kill off 2 fucking immortal beings just to kill yourself. You know how fucking selfish that shit is? That just pissed me off in so many fucking levels that I couldn't fucking imagine. Like, I get it. Suicide is a thing. I don't condone it, but I get it. But why the fuck would you kill yourself? Literally 2 immortal beings sacrifice their fucking well-being, let you have a good life, and your ass decides to end it. It's like literally the Mike Wazowski meme, dude. What the fuck is your problem? Do you have to be this fucking D-bag that sacrificed immortals' lives? And the last thing that I have a complaint about this fucking god-awful anime, and I said it before, it's an 8 It's not the worst anime I've seen. It's just minor things like these just piss me off to the point where I just can't give it a higher grade. The idea that Death Note needs a fucking brain to fucking understand. It's not. Evangelion deserves a fucking brain. There's a deeper meaning that they're trying to pursue. Death Note is simple. You know light is evil, but I don't know why the fuck people trying to make the assumption that light isn't, because they're fucking edgelords who love communism. I don't know. And the way that people think that it does deserve, like, you know, some brain thought to fucking watch this is because the revelations that L made and the forehead play that Light makes, like ahead of L, deserves like credit or something. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. If you fucking notice, L's revelations are mostly fucking hypothetical and they always seem to be right. You know how insane that is? Like, they say like, oh, you know, Light has a 5% chance of being Kira. What happened to the other 95%? Is the other 95% just separated across the fucking everyone in fucking the whole city of, I think, Yokohama? Like, how did you get that assumption like out of nowhere and get it right constantly? Even N did the same thing when he was like bringing up like that Light was the fucking Kira. It's just assumptions that is fucking correct out of fucking nowhere. Like, I get that it makes sense for us because we've seen like Light's point of view, but like for N to fucking realize this and L to realize this just doesn't make sense. And you're like telling me that like, oh yeah, N and L, they're fucking geniuses, you know? They have a big brain IQ bigger than the Johnny Sins fucking penis. Fucking garbage. It's not, it doesn't make sense. I'm telling you right now, not that I don't get it, it just doesn't make sense. You can't get to this like certainty from a hypothesis that for some reason gets it correct. You don't bet on a 5% chance. You just don't. If you do, you're either a fucking chronic gambler or you're fucking just insane. That's all the fucking rants I'm gonna make on Death Note, because Death Note, I think, is overrated. Like, people think this is like one of the best animes they've ever watched. Honestly, it's a waste of my goddamn time. Not in a sense that it's a bad anime, but in a sense that I had high expectations because people really, really, really like this and it's really, really popular. So it makes me like have high expectations on Death Note, but I must say it did not live to those expectations. That's why maybe it's a waste of my time, because I could see myself wasting like 2 or 3 days of binge watching this on something else, making like more videos, playing more games, or anything. It's just a waste of my goddamn time. That's it. I must say it did have some good parts, and where the epic parts are epic and sometimes they're cringe because of they're so epic, but sometimes those epic parts really are epic just in general. But yeah, that's about it. It's gonna be a long video, but if you stick around, I appreciate you.